if Vedic science has to be described in one word, then Vedic science is a quality science. Say, for example, if I want to know anything about a person, then modern science will tell me about person's height, weight, temperature, blood pressure, and all these factors. But this is not entertained in Vedic science. Okay, Vedic science considers only qualities. That means I have to know his thought, his goal, his moral values, and all such things, which is called person's prakriti. And modern science doesn't teach us anything about the person's prakriti. Vedic science is a quality science, and modern science is a quantity science. And quality science and quantity science, it differs in every aspect. Say, for example, order of addition. So in quantity science, the order of addition is not important. Like we have studied commutative law, associative law, a plus b equals to b plus a. You can add it any order. But the order of addition is very important in quality science. Like if I fry a potato and then boil it, it gives me different taste than if I first boil the potatoes and then fry it. And most of the time critics, they also keep the order of plus minus plus. That means the negative point is sandwiched between two positive points. They will first appreciate, then they will point out the flaws or the mistakes that is there, and then again it will be covered with a appreciation. So plus minus plus, positive negative positive. So they also keep the order. Like this, there are many examples of a quality combination. Then there are issues of conceptual overlap. That means in a quantity arithmetic, if I add 1 plus 1, okay, 1 plus 1 equals to 2. But in quality arithmetic, it says that if I have one idea and another person gives me also the same idea, then it will not become two idea. It will still remain one idea. Modern science describes everything in terms of quantities, and Vedic science describes everything in terms of qualities. Yes, of course, some of the perceived qualities can be reduced to a quantity. Say, for example, the quality of hardness. Okay, the quality of hardness can be measured using instrument that indicates tensile strength. The quality of color can be measured using an instrument that seems to reduce color to wavelength. The quantity of heaviness using the instrument for mass. The quality of fast and slow can be measured using instrument for detecting speed. Quality of hot and cold can be measured using thermometers that seem to detect something temperature. So even as science converts some qualities into quantities, the measurement will never be equals to the observed quality. For instance, the quality of color. Okay, so in physics, the color reduces to a wavelength. So what I'm seeing or what I'm perceiving is a color. Say for example, I'm looking at the red light. So I'm not looking the red light as 746 nanometer. Okay, I'm perceiving the light as a red color. And how any wavelength gives the experience of a color is nowhere defined in the science. So there is actually explanatory gap between the measurement and the observation. For modern science, the primary properties are the mass, length, charge, momentum. That means only the physical properties. But for Vedic science, the primary properties are the sound, touch, sight, smell, taste. Matter is look like a symbol which has a meaning also, and it has a physical properties also. But the modern science separates the meaning and the physical properties. It only studies the physical properties. But for the Vedic science, the meaning comes the first. Okay, like person. Person has a particular height, weight, temperature, but he may be representative of something. He may be a representative of a country. He may represents a team or any organization. So actually, modern science is committed in studying the quantity. And as long as it is committed just studying the quantity or physical properties, it will remain incompatible with the Vedic science, which only studies the quality.